Welcome! E aí, galera, beleza? Bem-vindo à nossa comunidade.
Welcome to our community.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It is OGC here. Welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to go over a couple things that I've recently done because I think that I'm going to stay Lich for at least 30 more days. And some of this artificially inflated my core, which I am not about at all, but it was kind of necessary to do. So before we go any further, please take a moment to smash the thumbs up button, subscribe if you have not subscribed already, and I'm going to show you guys my level of commitment to Lich, and some of this stuff is really scary for me because I've never done anything like it before. But anyways, first things first, if we take a peek at my Stalkers, we can see that these guys, their gear and everything is fully maxed out. Their chakra is fully maxed out for the Stalkers. This makes sense because I am Lich. Now, it's the same thing with the Warlocks, fully maxed out gear, and their chakra, as far as like useful stuff, is fully maxed out. Now, since I am going to stay Lich for a while, I do actually have our mummies, and I equipped some troop equipment stuff and brought them up. The only one that I don't have yet, this one's going to take me a while, and I'm not using any resources to get more stuff for troop equipment. There's no need, so it's just going to naturally fill itself over time. Same thing with all of the imbued stuff. But I did decide to bring up the mummies just because I am going to be Lich for a little while, and the mummies are pretty strong. So same thing with the chakra. Right now, you can probably tell we are short a little bit on the scrolls, but again, kind of like with the troop equipment, I'm not going to really like spend anything or allocate any type of resources at all towards this. There's no point, in my opinion. You get so much of those materials just naturally through playing the game and their mummies. So that being said, the other thing, I have virtually no research on the mummies, and that's not going to change. I still have that philosophy, and I'm sticking with this philosophy that your main two troop types, which for me is going to be the Warlocks, which are maxed out as much as I can for right now, and our Stalkers, which are not maxed out, but I'm definitely working on them quite a bit. I still think that there's a lot of value in focusing only two troop types to level up your research before doing anything else. Our Siege shockingly has 96, but that's from early game stuff, whatever. The mummies have virtually nothing in it, and that's not going to change until the Stalkers and Warlocks are maxed out. I do think that holds true. Now, I have seen a lot of formations without any Warlocks in them, so if I go with just mummies and Stalkers, of course I can swap out the research and bring up the research for those two, but I do not recommend for anybody out there that's starting out that does not have everything maxed out already to focus on three. Only focus on two troop types, one melee, one range. That's going to help you out the most. The ranged one, or whichever one you focus, maybe if you're Sylph, it's trees. Whatever your main troop for the army that you're playing, have that one maxed out. Kind of like how you saw with my Warlocks. It's huge to have that one maxed out and then put everything else into the secondary troop. Now, since I am going to be saying Lich for a while, I've done something that I've never done before, and I am slightly nervous. However, I did watch Sir Kane's video, and I like what he did with his hero research, so shout out to him. And I did a very similar thing where I transferred my general sage research over into the Mage Necromancer. So the logic that he presented was the troops aren't nearly as impactful as heroes, and that's really, really true. With the addition of, first of all, there's a million artifacts, and prisms keep coming out, and the prisms make heroes extremely strong. But add on the potential, the level 70-ness, all of these little factors going into everything, and all of a sudden heroes are absolutely everything. It's no longer troop meta, and the truth is it hasn't been for a long time. I've been in denial. But for Art of Conquest right now, it's all about the heroes. This is pretty much everything, and since I am Lich, all of my potential for all of my heroes, doesn't matter which one I take a look at, they all pretty much have the same. Let's just go with Avalon. They're all focused on the insight, which offers more command and magic, both very beneficial stats for the warlocks and just magic damage overall. We can see our overall stats here. I do need to craft some gears and bring up that magic stat more because I think that that's super valuable. So that being said, it makes a lot of sense for me to increase our mage necromancer research. The troops, from what I'm seeing right now, the warlocks are still great at killing dragons. I don't think that will ever change. Is the focus solely to kill the enemy dragon? No, I think that the focus of the fight has changed quite a bit. And dragons are way more supportive now than ever. So I think especially as Lich, with dire Stalkers in the front line, they're guaranteed to stay alive for at least 3 seconds, even without affliction from the dragon after they are killed. It makes them tanky enough, and there's so many of them that they're a decent front line. Now, if you're a sylph, trees are even better. That being said, all of this stuff put together, basically, the heroes are providing most of the damage. Since I am Lich, mages and necromancers are just going to pump out so much damage. And in fact, I think that for all the races, mages and necromancers are pumping out a ton of damage as well. Where this makes it a little concerning for me is I've never been a player that's been big on mages and necromancers. Like, I've always just kind of cared less about those. So it's hard for me to make this transition over to focusing on them, but it is what I'm doing because I am going to be Lich for a while. So far, the results have been great. I was really scared with swapping the General Sage over. I'll show you the General Sage right now. It is pathetic, absolutely pathetic, and that part scared me a lot at first, but I really haven't noticed too much of a difference from losing out on the tier 13 or anything like that. Now, if we take a quick peek at the Mage Necromancer, fire. This is amazing. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 all fully maxed out. 11 is not, because before this was my General Sage research, and I could care less what level my General and Sages are, at least at this point in the game, so I did not bring up the tier 11. I need to redo this, and I need to rush that one, and I will. I have plenty of rush. But in tier 12, I'm not going to max that out, but I did bring this up to level 40 just so that we can increase the damage by quite a bit. Now, we do have tier 13, and tier 13 is maxed out, which is huge because this offers more damage and a shield. I will gladly accept that. Tier 14, we do have this at up to level 40, and this also increases the damage, which is massive. The tier 14 bonus is just stats, so for right now I'm going to keep that at 40. And finally, we have tier 15, which yeah, the second I have enough lumber, I'm actually going to rush this. Because we're so close, and the tier 15 bonus is just so massive. I don't have tier 13 on any other hero research, and I don't have tier 15 on any other research. So I am all in with the Mage Necromancer. I think my game plan is I'm going to finish off 15 before I have the opportunity or the castle levels, because I'm only castle level 48. I can't even work on the tier 16 yet. So before I get to the tier 16, I'm going to go back and max out the tier 11, just because I see that as just, it's so beneficial to get 2 more levels on all of the mages and necromancers, especially considering how much damage they are putting out right now. So that being said, that makes us overall, as far as like our formation and everything, it's really changed quite a bit, and I have not played anything to this degree of focus on the mage necromancers. So if we look at our formation, this is a very standard one that's out there for Lich. This is not my creation, it's just what I'm using. I swapped a couple things around just because it made sense based on items I have on the heroes rather than swapping the items around. So the first one is Elena. I really need to swap her with the Flores, just so that she hangs back and she's more protected. I was just lazy, but that's something that I am going to do. We have our power side over here. We have 2 packs of Warlocks kind of in the middle. They do have the boost from Avalon. They also, from Elena, have the Lich Key. I do have that at level 5. So they're getting double boosted from a 5-star Sky Totem and everything else. As far as other Warhorned heroes out there. We have our Nora, we have Typhoon, we have the Volari, we have Ophidia, we have whoever that other mage dude is that starts with the E. We have Cizeo. Like, we have a very Avril, of course. We have a very strong side here. And our Cilantras has the taunting, the demonic fury Prismon, so he'll just distract everything and help keep everything alive, which is huge. And of course we have our Bane, who I think is like level 45 or 46. Again, guys, I'm castle level 48. This account's not even a year old, so for me to have a ton of heroes above level 60 is extremely hard to do. Right now, my big ticket heroes like Rufio and Nora are level 63, so I mean, I have to, you know, be humble with the limitations that I'm in. I'm not a super mega whale or anything like that, so anyways, I have hero level problems. Bane I'm working on right now to at least get him to 50, because once the heroes hit 50, it's much easier to bring them up to like level 55 or something, just for a nice little HP boost. And then of course we have a nice little Sol side. I think the biggest thing I need to do here is swap the Floras with the Elena and make sure that I have the proper troop boosting items along with artifacts so that they affect the warlocks. That's going to be the biggest thing. So that's what I'm going to be running with for this dual tower season. And also, as far as Lich, I'm kind of all in for trying them out. And I haven't really done anything quite this extreme before. So if you guys want to support my journey, all you need to do is smash the thumbs up button, subscribe, and I would greatly appreciate all of that. And with that, guys, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I look forward to seeing you guys soon after you scroll down to the description portion of this video and go check out all of that cool stuff. Thank you and have a great day.